To 57 at the break. Grant Napier, Ryan in Sacktown, and we talked about the first half. The first half where Minnesota really came out and dominated play, which surprised me, Ryan. I thought without Towns, we didn't think Anthony Edwards would go, but he did, and they played last night. But that was a little disappointing to me at the start. Obviously, the Kings lead right now, at the break. But that first quarter was a little surprising to me.
Well, Grant, Minnesota was hovering around the 70% mark from the field. So that certainly had a bearing on things. And, it's a big night for the Kings, but it was a little bit troubling. I'm not surprised, though, that Minnesota came out this way. They're playing a lot better than they did last night, and especially with Edwards on the floor.
All right, we always talk about assist to turnovers as a real key stat for the Kings, right? Mm-hmm. That was not good in the first half. 8 assists, 8 turnovers. Meanwhile, Minnesota only turned the ball over once. All right, big difference in that first half. But yet the Kings do lead. But that assist to turnover ratio has got to get better for the Kings in the second half, Ryan.
Yeah, it does, Grant. And I attribute that directly to length. The length is bothering everything the Kings are doing on offense. It's bothering them getting open threes. It's bothering them cutting. So they'll make adjustments in the locker room and come out with another plan for the second half.
But the Kings responded with a very good second quarter. Now, what we've seen recently for the Kings is when they're trailing at the half or it's a tight game, they come out and just blow the doors off their opponent in the third quarter. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens tonight.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, it's only Herter, for instance. He's not had a lot of opportunities tonight, but it's only going to take a couple for him to get going. Keegan not shooting the ball terribly. So I think that this will happen. I think that will happen tonight. You saw the crowd come alive when they got close and took the lead, and expect a lot more of that in the second half.
I don't know why the Kings didn't shut down Fox. He obviously can't play. I mean, he's obviously hurt, right?
Right, Grant?
He had 20 points in that first half. He was outstanding on 7 of 9. He made 5 of 6 free throws. Kings were good at the line, 12 of 15 in that first half. Not much from the bench, though. Not much from the bench in that first half.
No, I mean, definitely more improvement, more to be desired from them, but different rotation with the big men. They played Alex Lynn instead of Metu, which makes sense because of Minnesota's size. So that may have some bearing on the scoring, but they need more from Monk. They need more from Lyles, and they'll likely get it.
How about Edwards? I love his attitude. I don't know if you remember a quote from him a couple of weeks ago regarding load management. Now, he's got a legitimate injury that he's playing through, but he said, hey, why would I want to not play? There could be somebody going to the game that made a heck of an effort, spent a lot of money, traveled a long distance because they wanted to see me play. And I feel like I owe it to that individual, to the fans, to be there if I can play. I wish more people had his attitude. I really do.
Amen, Grant. That needs to be contagious in the NBA. And, part of that's being a young guy, first-time All-Star, but there's no reason that passion shouldn't be burning for a lot of the other guys.
All right. What's an update on the delivery of the shirts, my friend?
They are going out as quickly as possible. Some people that had the bigger sizes, we've had to order a couple more of those. So we will keep shipping them. And in fact, I have a surprise, Grant. Oh. For some people, they are going to be hand delivered by yours truly.
Wow.
Door-to-door service. I want to come say hi and thank you guys for supporting the stream. So if you haven't gotten a shirt, you're likely getting it personally from me.
New Works Plumbing can unclog the Kings playoff drought. They probably could. They do everything else. So it wouldn't surprise me. We appreciate that. Speaking of New Works Plumbing of Sacramento, locally owned for over 20 years, just go to sackserviceplumbing.com or call the number on your screen. They've got a fix for you. I really appreciate those that have reached out over the last several months that we've been doing this show, talking about New Works and Bennett's as well. Greatly appreciate their support. Greatly appreciate you using our sponsors when you have situations that arise. Again, New Works Plumbing, they've got a fix for you. All right, you got a final score for me tonight?
Yeah. I feel like Sacramento's going to get it rolling a little bit more on offense. So I'm going to say Kings 136. I'm going to say Minnesota 119. 136, 119.
All right. I think it's going to be a festive, crazy, wild atmosphere in this second half, pretty much like it was in the first half. But I think the Kings are going to come out with one of those big third quarters. I think they're going to put between 35 and
Mhm.
40 on the board. I think the Kings are going to win this game tonight, 133 to 120.
Okay. Okay, we're in the same neighborhood, and we have
Good.
them winning.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so everything looking okay so far after that first quarter. So it's okay. You know what? It's okay. I think when you have a first quarter like that, again, we keep on saying this game after game after game, but the Kings just know that they're going to get on one of those runs. And we saw that in the second quarter offensively, where the other team really can't do much. And I think that's going to happen here in the third quarter. I'm giving Minnesota a lot of credit for how they're playing, though. You've made a good point. They are playing well, but their lineup has been, very inconsistent. Guys playing, this guy's not playing. They did play last night. They beat the Warriors. I thought Minnesota played pretty well in that first half.
Yeah, Minnesota, they came to play tonight. I mean, it has the
Hmm.
feeling of a playoff game. And Grant, I'm happy that Edwards played. This is an opportunity in case the Kings see them in the first
Yeah.
round to get a feel for them on how they're going to be at 100%. Obviously, Towns isn't in, but you're getting a feel for what you're going to see.
All right. Yeah, you know what? I would agree that the matchups can be a little problematic for the Kings if they play Minnesota in the playoffs. And they are protecting the ball, as we said, only one turnover. But I do think there is some truth to that. There are matchups that give you fits, and I think this is a challenging matchup for Sacramento.
It's been a challenging matchup all year. The first two games were decided by 7 points. Kings
Uh-huh.
win. Third one, Minnesota got us by 14. So it's been a fairly close matchup. And they match up well together.
Yeah.
And whenever they see the Kings, Grant, I don't know if you remember, it's D'Angelo Russell. Minnesota seems to shoot the heck out of the ball
Hmm.
against the Kings.
Yep. Absolutely. Um, you have a crowd that is just waiting. They're just waiting, right, to have
Yes.
the Kings come out and put on one of them flurries. And I think once they do, I think the game will be over. I really do. Maybe I'm not giving Minnesota enough credit tonight because they've been playing better and they deserve the credit. But I just think with everything that we've laid out there, I don't see it tonight for Minnesota. I think the Kings are going to smoke them here in the second half.
Yeah, I'm with you, Grant. And I think also the back to back may catch up to them as well. Oakland's not a long travel, or
Hmm.
San Francisco, not a long travel, but still they played down to the wire. So that it feels like a first date, Grant, between the Kings and the crowd in this game, and everybody's just kind of feeling things out and they're waiting to just let it all hang out.
All right. Again, halftime here. We'll be on after the game as well. Want to tell you about Bennett's. They're coming to Rockland soon. We're the third location on Roseville, Eureka, and Lead Hill Road, and Howe and Fair Oaks in Sacramento. Prime seafood and steak. It's awesome on the weekends. Boy, that prime rib they have on the weekends is incredible. Don't forget about the weekend brunch. And if you want to get more information and have takeout, they have that as well. Just go to Bennett'sRestaurants.com, Bennett'sRestaurants.com. Also, big Sacramento Kings supporters, and we appreciate them right here on If You Don't Like That. All right, so we hit a couple of things. What do you think's the number one key for the Kings here in this second half to get the win?
I'm going to say the three ball. And the three ball is kind of expansive because it means you need everybody to get going, Herter and such. But
Yep.
they've only shot 2 for 10. 10 is really low attempts for the Kings in a half. So if they get that three ball going at the normal clip, that's going to separate them and give them that run.
Isn't it funny? We haven't even mentioned Sabonis' name once. And, he had 12.6 rebounds and 4 assists. It doesn't stand out based on where he plays. So we didn't even
No.
really mention his name. The guy's just a machine, man. His box score is almost the same every night. It's amazing.
Yeah, we should start replacing Chuck Norris jokes with Sabonis jokes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? This guy's
Oh,
insane.
my gosh. Oh, man. I think the key, I'm going to give you 2 keys here, okay?
Yeah.
I think the assist turnover ratio has to improve. 8 and 8's not going to cut it in the second half. And I'm going to say either Herter or one other player from the bench has to really get their offense going. Kevin Herter only 1 of 4 in that first half. Nobody on the bench with more than 3. So I'm going to say either Herter or one of the guys on the bench, like a Monk or a Lyles or whomever, has to get their offense going in this second half. So those are my two keys.
All right, Grant. Yeah, and both golden to success for this team. And that's going to start too with the big men and the offense the Kings are running, because they need to get more separation for Kevin right now. They are running Kevin off the 3-point line, and that's a problem. Let him get set and let him shoot.
This could be one of the most special nights that it would probably be as special as any night that we've seen at the Golden One Center, but this could be a celebration that lasts long into the night if the Kings are able to win and clinch a playoff spot for the first time since 2006. Minnesota does not look like they're going to lie down, though. That's for sure. They're probably feeling okay about the game, but they also know what's in store. I just can't see the Kings being denied tonight, Ryan. Even if it's a 1-point win, I just can't see them being denied.
Yeah, I'm with you, Grant. And usually when we feel this way, we're right. Hopefully we're not wrong. But again, credit to Minnesota. They are playing for a playoff spot.
Yep.
They're going to come out and play hard. So lost in that is this is a playoff team the Kings are playing. So.
All right, let's update you on some other scores going around in the NBA. And the Nuggets lead the Sixers in the fourth, 97-80. Nuggets are starting to get their act going again. The Pelicans are blowing out the Blazers 62-41 with 2 minutes gone by in the third. The Bulls and the Clippers are all even at 39. The Bucks beat the Pistons. The Mavs get a road win in Indiana, 127-104. The Knicks blow out the Rockets, and the Suns beat the Jazz 117-103. So that is your scoreboard, but Kings don't need to look at the scoreboard. All they need to do is go out and win, and they are going to be in the playoffs. It's all they need to do. Just go out and win. You think 50? What about 50, Ryan? You going to get 50 wins?
You're really giving me a good salesman pitch on your Listen App show when you laid out the games and how things are turning out. It's 5 of 8, including, they've got to win 5 of 8, including tonight. It's very possible with this team.
Sure.
I don't know. We'll see.
Especially with the Blazers looking like they're done. They're waving the white flag. So that should be 2 wins. The Spurs game at home needs to be a win, right? I'm assuming they win tonight. Yes. That's 4. And then you only have to win 1 more. So I think it's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it probably will. It probably will. Let's get this one in the bag first, though. But, I think 50 is going to be a reality. And Grant, by the way, for those that did not join the pregame show, it's not going to happen tonight, but one of our loyal viewers and listeners and contributors, John Finch, he's basically got a Kings beard since the last time the Kings the last time the Kings made the playoffs.
Right.
He's going to shave that off live on one of the post-game shows from Portland.
How about that?
Get ready for that. That is going to be a lot of fun.
And I also have a photo that we're going to have after the game from people that are outside of Sacramento, different parts of the country and abroad. And we are featuring that right here. And I don't mean to say if you send me a photo of in Sacramento, I'm never going to put it on. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying I'm really looking for, the fans that are representing the Kings outside of California. So send me your photo to gnapier@gmail.com. And maybe, just maybe, you'll be featured right here on one of our shows. And if you want to order a shirt that's over Ryan's shoulder, you just go ifyoudon'tlikethat.com shop. There you have it. All right. Hey, enjoy the second half, Ryan. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun 24 minutes of basketball, I do believe.
Yes, sir. See you soon, partner.
All right. Take care. And I really appreciate everyone joining us here on the stream. If you have not yet subscribed, give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. We would greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you back here in about an hour on If You Don't Like That.